In this lab, we're going to be talking about the concept of polarization. We're going to look at the idea of polarization when we talk about light. Well, what do we mean when we talk about polarization? Really what we mean is that the electric field of the light is going to be in a specific direction. It's going to oscillate up and down, left or right, some way, but it's going to be in one particular way. So when we talk about the concept of unpolarized light, this is mostly what we get from any source, what's happening is that some of the light is coming in with a polarization that may be in the vertical direction. We can represent it by an arrow pointing up and down. Another part of the light could be coming in and its electric field may be oscillating back and forth in the horizontal direction. Maybe we have another part that's oscillating in a third direction, or a fourth, or a fifth, or a sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. And once we get done with this, if we have a lot of these all together, the light that we're going to get out, as you can see, will be completely randomized. And it's not that the light doesn't have a polarization. It says the light as in general, this whole part of light will have a random polarization because each of the individual parts are randomly oriented. Well, what we can do is if we don't want unpolarized light, we want polarized light, we want all the electric fields to be pointing in one direction, there's a couple ways we can do. You can create these. And the first way is to use what's called a polarizer. The polarizer is nothing more than a bunch of long molecules together that the electrons can absorb electric fields in that direction. So if the light comes in and it's polarized in the vertical direction, or the molecules are aligned in the vertical direction, light that's polarized in the vertical direction is going to get absorbed. And the light that's in the horizontal direction, for instance, will be transmitted. So we get the components that are in the horizontal direction that will be transmitted. So unpolarized light going through one polarizer, for instance, will cut our intensity by half. However, if we have polarized light coming into it, we have the ability to let some of it through, all of it through, or none of it through. The other way we can create polarized light is by reflection. And if you notice the desk up here, if we have light that's coming into this desk, light that's polarized in a horizontal direction it's easy for that light to bounce off. And light that's polarized in a vertical direction, or what we call perpendicular to the parallel, the perpendicular light is hard for it to bounce off. So if we reflect off of a surface, there's a good chance that we can polarize our light to at least some extent. And depending on the angle that we're at, it'll be more or less polarized in the horizontal direction than unpolarized light.